think a lot of you probably already know. Yesterday was a really terrible day for us. Our border collie dog, Molly, very senior dog, we had to have her put down. And it was one of the most emotional things that I've gone through in a really long time. And just let me put in context that I consider myself very lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it, that has been the hardest thing that I've gone through in a long time, because I do acknowledge that, you know, there are a lot worse things happening in the world right now. A lot of you know and have experienced that it is extremely traumatic and kind of devastating. Thankfully, we do have a great farm vet here that is Rockin' Country. They actually have a reality TV show that they did. I think it's on Disney Plus right now. You can go see it. It's called Hatcher Family Dairy. That is where you saw me go before to get the chocolate milk. But man, even though I've been preparing for a long time, like in my mind, it was still one of the most difficult things, because, you know, I kept oscillating between surety and knowing that it was the right thing to do. And if you've ever had to have an animal euthanized, you just know, you know, when they're just not living anymore and they're just existing and they're in pain and suffering, and you know, if you hadn't been intervening for the past few years, in our case, that they would have died a long time ago. And I just had a long talk with Dr. Jennifer there at Rockin' Country, and she, you know, just was like, I don't even want to bring it up, but, you know, she knew that I knew that that's where it was going, and everybody's been really great over there, and they were very understanding, you know, and patient, and woo. Yeah, we buried her here on the property. When the time came, it was just, I kind of thought I was ready, but I wasn't. And my parents came over, and Jeremy was here, and we just held her and cried, and it was the most beautiful day. We buried her just over beside the garden. There's this really large, nice full cedar tree, and we buried her right in front of that. I am going to begin putting in a really beautiful flower garden there. I want to plant a pink dogwood tree at the site as well. And from the house, we will be able to see the memorial garden for her. So that'll be nice. Oof. Today I checked with our local greenhouse nursery to see if they had any pink dogwoods, and they don't, but they had some really gorgeous pansies, and I know that they're super cold hardy. So I have this little flower bed that Jeremy put on to my little fence railing on my greenhouse porch, and I've tried to grow some things in there, but the cats have also kind of made it their little bed. So my idea is, if I really pack it full of flowers, then maybe they won't be able to lay in it and they'll give up. So let me show you this tray of pansies that I got. I got all the colors. This is over where we buried Molly. I'm really gonna put a nice big garden over here, a nice big flower garden, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that all done, because it's a real comfort to me. I've had several chickens that have passed away, and cats, and every time I bury them, I plant something over their grave, and that's been a really nice comfort to be able to go to that that plant and really just be with them and remember them during that time. So here's my beautiful pansies. And here is my very, very sad flower bed. As you can see, the only thing that is trying to come out of it are, I think these are irises maybe. Jeremy put them in there, but the cats use this as a bed. I'm not sure why. I need to shore that up right there and there. But I have some potting soil that I can put in there and kind of refresh that soil and make this nicer to look at. Because we drive past here to go to the camper and to, to leave. So it would be nice to have a little pop of color right here, especially right now when our spirits are kind of down. And you saw in my last video that I shared, there's just been a lot going on. And this is a really hard time for us as a family. And it's crazy how many, I just talked about it in this last video, how many, what I call like dark anniversaries or, just times of year that comes around where it's a lot of sad things that happened in our past, and it just seems like they pile up around this time. I just need a pop of color, and it's spring, guys. Daylight savings time is so soon. In fact, by the time I post this video, it may have already happened. So that I am just trying to breathe in life and light and positivity and growth and healing. So my heart goes out to all of you who have ever had to get one of your animals put down. I'm grateful that we were able to be there. I'm grateful that they were able to come out here and it was just able to happen just right, right where she loves, the land she loves to be on and her home. And so that was a big comfort. So thank you to Rockin' Country for all of you guys being so kind and understanding throughout this. All right, let's plant some beautiful flowers. I'm not following good advice here, because really you should do what's called harden off your plants, which means if they're inside of a greenhouse or inside of a garden center or something, you really should just put them outside for increments during the first few days. Say maybe 1 hour the first day, and then 2, and then 3 the following consecutive days. But I just really need to do this right now. I really just need some happiness and color. And so before you go to any of the big box store or big home improvement centers and buy the plants that are there, please support your local greenhouse, because they are depending economically on your business. So the big box stores and all that, they'll be just fine if some of us, or hopefully a lot of us, shop local instead of from them, because it's contributing to a lot of stuff that's wrong with this country. So buy local if you can. Mine is from Riverbend Nurseries. It's already begun. Aowen has been up here. Hey. Aowen has been up here going back and forth, seeing if there's any place for her to lay down. And she kind of gave up. So let's hope they all do. Because look how pretty that looks. I love it. It's so happy. Yeah. that really brightened my day. If you're wondering why I'm barefoot, I like to be barefoot outside as much as I can because it does something for my soul. The Earthing movie, it really hit home for me, and it's a big comfort to me. It helps me a lot. So these are some repurposed containers. This one needs touched up because I left it out for the winter and I probably shouldn't have. But this is mint, and you want to keep mint in a container because it is invasive and it will take over everything. So I am just snapping these little twigs off where the leaves have died off, but this is going to come back like gangbusters this year because this pot is actually probably root bound. I probably need to put it in a bigger container or in like a flower bed. I might do like a mint kiddie pool or something. But anyway, these guys will come back. There's also oregano down here, and it's stayed going all winter. It's actually nice and tender still. I repainted this pot. This one was brown, that one was brown, and I thought it needed some more color because, well, have you met me? I just want to take a few minutes to share some video of Molly, some pictures. It's not necessarily for your entertainment, but it's just something that I would like to kind of put together as a tribute to Molly. We miss her, don't we, Rusty? We do. Miss her. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Are you happy? Are you happy?